Good morning, everybody. Yeah, I am out here in the pasture, and it is a cool and cloudy day, which is lovely because it has been very hot the last few days. And I thought I would come out here because as I was brush hogging the other day, I realized there is a patch of blueberries out here, so I didn't want to mow them over. But I came out to, got my little bowl, I'm going to pick some blueberries this morning. So here we have, look at this. So these are the wild native blueberries here in Maine. And I've got a few nice little patches of them we found out here in the pasture. So I wanted to, ooh, and there's a little spider in my bowl. Hey there, Spidey. We're going to let you free. There you go. And I'm going to gather up some of these ripe berries. Now some of these are not quite ripe yet. So we'll just pick the ones that are. And I can always come back because it's really close to the house. Some of these need to ripen a little longer. But there's another patch somewhere down the line here. I saw some more. Oh, there's a whole bunch in here. Ooh, these ones look better. Look at these. So we've got a ton of them. Oh, nice. Oh, these ones are definitely fatter. Oh, I just dropped them. Ah! Gotta be more careful here. Oh my God, I'm dropping more than I'm getting in the bowl. Ah, it's hard to do this while holding a camera. I want to make sure I'm just getting the ripe ones. Get my bowl. Not so bad. I don't want to pick too many because I don't want to waste any. So I'm going to get enough that we can tomorrow make some blueberry pancakes or muffins. Oh my God, there's more. There's so many. Oh, these are fat ones too. Look at these. Hey there. There's just so many. But you can see there's still a lot that are not ripe. So we're going to leave most of these berries and come back as we need them. And then the birds can get some and spread their seeds around. I can't believe I almost mowed over all of these. I'm glad I stopped because that would be sad. What a gift. What a gift from nature. Ooh. I think a little bit more and we'll have enough to make some muffins. So while I'm picking the blueberries, I came over on the other side of the tree line and I wanted to show you another edible fruit that we have here, which is the service berry. So it kind of looks similar to a blueberry, but it grows on a tree and they're tasty. Sort of like a mulberry, sweet, but not like super sweet. But, not bad. You can see some are still green, and when they turn kind of dark, kind of purpley, is when they're ripe. But I think the birds have been getting them, which is totally fine with me. That's why I want them here. Lots of birds. Let's see, here's another kind of ripe one. Yeah, pretty tasty. Not bad at all. And we might as well check on some apples while we're out here. They are small. We'll see what we get. I think there are maybe too many apples on this tree, so each apple stayed kind of small. But it's still way early in the season, so we'll see how they grow. But yeah, the abundance of the land. Yay! And all the way down this row are more apples, tons more service berries. This whole tree here is a service berry. I'll have to look up some recipes to see what you can do with a service berry. I don't know. But yeah, pretty cool.
Well, it's Saturday morning, and I am going out to check on the progress of my seeds, the hibiscus seeds that I planted just over a week ago, and also the hibiscus plants that I finally got in the ground. So we're going to go over here and check out the seedlings. So first, we have the pot from 2022 seeds. These are the 2021 seeds. And oh look, the 1985 seeds that are 40 years old this month. There are 3 coming up. There's one on the right that you can barely see. And Matt said he saw one coming up in this pot for 2022. So, big hopes. Keeping good track of them. And up here in the garden is where I put the hibiscus plants that I originally grew last spring. And they are up here. I brought them a jug of water. So here they are. So we've got 1 plant, 2 plants, 3 plants. The 4th plant is down here, which had 2 branches. You can see the broken branch here that I cut. So that one's been through tough times already. So just giving them some nice water. It's pretty hot today. It's gonna get hotter. So everybody's happy for now. And then maybe next year they'll flower.
I used the blueberries I picked and made fresh blueberry muffins. Yay! Alright, here's the taste test of my blueberry muffins. Mmm. Oh, pretty good. Yay!
I feel like I should explain what I'm doing. I have a very high grit of 40. I guess it's very low grit. And what I'm removing here is very thick and very uneven. So I have to be very careful to get it at just the right angle so I'm not gouging the wood around all these knots so it's raised. So I'm just trying to remove the bulk of it, and I'll go back later with a different grit. I'm in the dining room right now to give you an update on the progress of the floor. So I've been sanding the floor this week periodically, going through a lot of sanding pads. This floor has on it a carpet mastic. It was a kind of a glue that held down the black foam of the back of a carpet. So the black stuff is black foam, and the mastic is like a beige sticky stuff. So I don't think it's anything dangerous, but I am taking all the precautions necessary. But here is the condition currently of the floor. I've got most of the different surfaces up. The lowest surface, the first surface, is a stain of some sort from probably early 1900s or late 1800s. And that is visible over here. This brown substance is some sort of a stain. And then on that is this beige mastic. And then on that is this carpet foam. So that's what I'm removing. I did see that there are different ways to handle this using a large sanding machine that generally requires countersinking the nails and then removing quite a bit of surface, because you can see the levels are different. And in order to reach all these levels, generally you remove quite a bit of the surface and knock it all down. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to remove that much of these floors. I guess none has been removed in the past. But once these are stripped and sanded properly and refinished with just a clear polyurethane, a water-based polyurethane. I've had good experience with a water-based polyurethane. It dries very quickly. I can put on many coats even in a day. And it's very protective. And I don't want to stain the floor. This is pine. It does look a different color than the trim around the room, and the original wood probably would have matched differently. But I just don't think it makes sense to put a stain on the floor and then have to restain it in time when it gets scratched. I've been through that. So we're just going with natural finishes, and soon we will have a room here. We're going to get the windows in, and then we're going to replace this light and paint the ceiling and have a dining room. be explaining that to the people.
To the people?
The
Hey,
people.
I am, we brought some acorns with us when we moved here. And we kept them in a pot all winter on the porch. And I have some sprouts, so it's mixed in with a lot of weeds.
Well, first we kept them in the refrigerator for the first couple months when we moved. They were in a bag in the refrigerator.
Oh, I forgot about that. Well, well, they also were out on the porch for the winter. But I have, I think it's 3 of them are growing.
Oh boy.
Maybe more.
So we collected these acorns from both Borderland in Easton and also at DW Field in Brockton, right? Both places?
I think so. We were collecting them everywhere we went, to be honest.
Yeah, we had a collection in the car in our pockets, and I grabbed them all together and put them in a bag and put them in the fridge for a while for cold hardening, and then or for cold, what's it called? Cold layering.
Stratification.
All
right.
So
wow.
yeah, now they're sprouted.
Look at that little baby oak.
Very excited.
So we're gonna put these in these tree pots like I did all my other trees, and let them grow. I need one more tree pot, I think. I thought there were only 2. Oh no, what will I do?
So the idea is to put oak trees maybe in the fields, give us some shade.
Somewhere, help wildlife, attract the deer and whatnot, feed my pigs. Alright, there we go. A little oak tree.
Hooray!
Super cute. I'll pot up the others and then I will water them. So let's see, this one has there was a lot of weeds in there, so some of these might be weed roots, but it don't matter. We'll just leave the roots. And if it's not the oak's roots, they'll just become part of the soil. This one has 2, let's see, it's split. I think this one got pinched when it was sprouted, and then it regrew two sprouts. So this would be a forked oak tree, I guess, which isn't ideal because they can split as they get big, but that is not a big problem for them. I could have planted that a little. You know what? I planted that too deep in the pot. We're going to try that again.
And I'm gonna go get the dog.
Alright, I ran out of tree pots, so I'm just putting this in a regular little pot. This one's so little. Alright. Little oak trees. So cute. So precious. So I am out here in the bird yard. You can see all these critters behind me here, and I had an idea. I have grown a whole bunch of elderberry bushes that I bought as cuttings on Etsy months ago, and I rooted them and I've potted them up in these tree pots, and I've been watching these poor birds out here all summer, really struggling with the heat. There's not much shade out here in the bird yard. I did buy them a shade cloth that's coming, I see crows, coming next week. But in the long run, I would rather create some sort of better habitat out here by the chicken coop. So, you know, maybe next summer I don't have to worry about a shade cloth and they'll have more natural places to get in out of the sun. And I have about 12 of these elderberry bushes, and I'm looking for places to plant them. So I figured I could plant them out here in the bird yard and see how they do. And they grow pretty quick, so they should grow to make a nice shady patch, and I'll put maybe 3 of them out here. So I have moved the drakes that I had in here, the male ducks that were in this little pen. Let's see. So I am inside this little fence. It's like a little puppy kennel. And I've mixed them back out. Actually, oh, here they are. And they're all getting along. One of them actually escaped, and I couldn't catch him, so I just let the other one out. And it's really, the breeding season's kind of fading, and they've been much more gentle. We'll see how they do. I might have to lock them up again. But I have this pen, so I figured the pen, I'll just keep it here, and it will keep the chickens from coming in and digging up, and the geese and ducks from eating the plants. And maybe I will pop these in here and see how they do. So that is my plan for now. See, got a pretty good root system here, and beautiful. All right, so there we have it, easy peasy. And I can reuse this pot because I have some cherries I want to repot that I got as cuttings that are still rooting inside. So I have this one here I planted. I planted this one a little while ago, and then I might do a third over here and just have a little grouping of these elderberries, and we'll see how that goes. Another one, pretty good roots. I'm gonna pop this in this hole. Boop. All right, not so bad. Just gonna fill it back in. All right. So 1, 2, and 3. So this should make a nice little patch with some room underneath them. So eventually, when these bushes get nice and big and full, the birds will have a place to retreat under them, and then when there's fruit on the plants, they can get the berries, and a little extra habitat for the birdies. So I'm just checking on my pumpkins and squashes here by the road. We have been having an issue with slugs and snails eating them. And I've already lost 2 in this area, and all the ones that I planted out in this meadow were eaten by slugs. So I've been doing a handy dandy beer trap, and just look at all of those snails and slugs that I caught in a little dish of beer. So all my little squashes can survive. That one's doing good. Watering them with the duck water has really helped. This little guy, and then some more carnage of dried up. They were sitting out all day yesterday. There's dead slugs. But this poor plant, they really got into it. And you can see how they ate the stem. But oh, there's a little bastard snail right there. Look at you. Well, we're just gonna throw you far away. Oh, and another one. I'm gonna refill my traps. But yeah. Still alive. This one might struggle because they did chew right into the stem. But if you're curious, beer traps absolutely work. And this is kind of gross because they're all roasted from the sun yesterday. But this is like the 4th time I put these traps out, and each time it is full in the morning of slugs and snails. And if I remember to, I throw them out to the ducks, but these ones are kind of rancid, so I won't be feeding them to anyone. I'll just be dumping them, and they can be fertilizer for the squash. Hey everybody, it has been about a week since I repotted up some of my plants here along the driveway, some of my dahlias and things. I thought I would give you a little tour of this little garden so you can see how everything is growing. All right, let's do it. So first in line, we have this really interesting plant, and I have the name here. I've never grown this before. Salpiglossus. And the bumblebees seem to really enjoy this plant. We had a big windstorm yesterday, or big gusts of wind that kind of blew it over, so I put in some little sticks to hold it up. But nothing broke, it just kind of was flopping a little bit. So we have that. We have my rudbeckia here, which opened up to this beautiful burgundy color. And look, these tiny little native bees already on it. So cool. Some canna in a pot. Some borage. Oh, that's all budding. You can see that. Borage, some baby coreopsis in that pot. This one was kind of an experiment, and I just shoved a bunch of seedlings I had in this big metal container. So I've got some zinnias, some cosmos, some tithonia or Mexican sunflower in the middle, and some other sunflowers in the back. Now these things are going to get really big, so we'll see how this does. I'm afraid it will flop, but we'll see. Hazelnuts are doing well. Persimmons are doing well. We've got some little cilantro, coriander coming up, and some basil over here coming up. I've got some other perennials that I started. I think it's mountain mint. It's either mountain mint or spotted bee balm. I'm not sure. Some green beans, some bush beans. A couple of my little trees I moved over here. I don't remember what they are. Asters that are budding. Joe Pieweed, which is in a pot right now, that will be transplanted eventually. But it's budding up here. We've got some marigolds I started from seed. These will be like a big cream colored, kind of buttery looking marigolds. Some more zinnias, which are starting to bud. My calendulas. Now I thought these were the pink. I thought I bought some pink calendulas. So this is maybe sort of pink-ish. And that one's yellow. So we'll see. Marigolds. I grew all these from seed. Marigolds. This is the other one that could either be mountain mint or spotted bee balm. And we'll see. It's all starting to do something. More coreopsis. More canna. Look at this. More zinnias. More marigolds. And then I also got some little geraniums that were on clearance. And this red is really pretty red color. Some osteospermum, which looks like a pretty daisy. I have some others over here. This one is kind of like purple. And then this one is yellow with a purple center. And I think this one is like a bluish purple. Dahlias, salvias, my euphorbia, that was totally dying, and it's been out here for many weeks, and it wasn't doing anything. It looked like this with these droopy leaves. But I put it under the shade of my bay tree, and it's all of a sudden doing much better. So I just think it didn't love the hot, hot sun. And the bay tree also got a little fried. I kind of didn't give it a chance to acclimate, and I just popped it out here. I'm hoping that it starts to send up some new growth. It's doing much slower than I wanted, and I did burn off a lot of the leaves. But we'll see. It might all return. Some purple petunias. I forget what this is. Some more sunflowers. Some gazanias. Oh, a butterfly just flew by. These are so pretty. And these are some of the dahlias that I repotted, and they're already looking better. Now this one got attacked by slugs and snails. And this other one is doing well. It's got taller. So we've got a lot going on out here in this little strip. Some more marigolds. This was another little geranium that I grabbed on clearance. It was a little fried when I got it, but it's already perking up better. Some of the flowers have passed, but it's okay. And these pretty little zinnias I grew from seed, and they're very orange, very, very compact. I don't remember what type they are. More canna, more cosmos. This is supposed to be a Mexican mint marigold. I've grown that before and it didn't look like this, so I'm not 100% sure what's going on with this. But the butterflies love it, so. We've got some holy basil, some verbena, snapdragons. My first little portulaca flower that I grew from seed. This pretty yellow thing that I don't know what it is. Another geranium that I got on clearance that is a little touched, but I like this two-tone pink and red. It's pretty. Blue salvias, which are very slowly taking off here. Another one of those little zinnias. My baby oak trees that I replanted, which are doing okay. A little, another little portulaca or a, what do they call this? I don't remember. Another calendula. My bronze fennel, which came up in a pot from seed, and I just put it in this big concrete planter with the hummingbird feeder on it, which the hummingbirds love. Hopefully this will grow really huge in this tomato cage. More canna. More Mexican mint marigold. This one needs to be... Ooh, I missed it when I was watering, I guess. Marigolds, marigolds. asters, which I thought were going to be purple, but I think they're going to be white or yellow. This is a birdseed sunflower, black oil sunflower that just grew on its own in this empty pot. So I just let it go, and it's budding up. Some more of this thing. Well, these guys are filling in. Celosia. I forgot what this was called. I love the red foliage, though. And more calendulas, which these ones I think will be orange. Yes, I can see the petals. Orange. A swamp milkweed that I grew from seed that will be put in the ground eventually. Some black-eyed Susan vines. My little sweet potato slips that I grew from a sweet potato from the grocery store. And these are some summer squash, kind of like a zucchini. I forget the exact name. It's like a long, thin zucchini type squash. And some more tomatoes. So that is, and my little American cranberry that I put it in a pot, a bigger pot, but I haven't planted it out yet. So that is a little tour of my row of potted plants. Oh, nasturtiums. I came down the line. I could not freaking remember what these were called. I don't know how. I forgot that. But yeah, beautiful nasturtiums I grew from seed. So I think I got everything. Down the line. Don't mind the dumpster. We just got a dumpster delivered. So more of the garbage will be going. Oh, and baby tomatoes that I got for $1.50 for a 6-pack. So they're hanging in there. They're greening up. They were a little sad. This is like the nursery table where we put all the sickly things. This got eaten by snails, so I put it up here out of the way. So yeah, that is a tour of my little pot garden, or well, container garden.